I'm your host, and today we're diving into a conversation that spans everything from the cryptic world of cryptocurrencies to the cosmic impacts of comets, and even the curious case of red mosquitoes. This discussion is a real roller coaster of topics, and I can't wait to share it with you. So, let's jump right in. Our episode today is a fascinating interview between two brilliant minds, Mike Adams, the Health Ranger, and Michael Yon, the renowned war correspondent and author. They covered a wide range of topics, and it's a treasure trove of information and intriguing insights. First off, they started with a bit of lighthearted banter about Michael's current location in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Michael set the scene by sharing his love for the city's bookstores, which led to an interesting discussion about historical books and their significance. For instance, they talked about a 1679 book by Johannes Hevelius, who meticulously documented comets and celestial phenomena. Mike brought up how these old illustrations of comets with serpent-like tails match descriptions in historical texts, like the Book of Revelation, which adds a layer of mystique to the conversation. But it's not all about old books. They delved into the economic implications of history, particularly the role of foreign debt in countries like Argentina. Michael shared his experience visiting the Museum of Foreign Debt in Buenos Aires, which highlights the cautionary tale of foreign debt and its impact on nations. This led to a discussion about General Ulysses Grant's warnings to the Emperor of Japan in 1879 against taking on foreign debt, which is eerily relevant today. Then they transitioned to the modern world of cryptocurrencies. Mike and Michael are both students of history, and they see the parallels between the old and the new. They talked about the potential for Bitcoin to become a reserve currency, which is a controversial idea. Mike pointed out that Bitcoin, while decentralized in theory, is increasingly controlled by a few whales and centralized entities. This control could lead to manipulation, much like how the Federal Reserve can manipulate traditional currencies. Michael shared insights from Roger Ver's book on Bitcoin, emphasizing the capture of Bitcoin by a handful of developers and the risks of such centralization. They also discussed the trackability of Bitcoin, which is a common misconception. While Bitcoin is often touted as anonymous, it's actually highly trackable unless you know what you're doing. The conversation then took a fascinating turn into the realm of artificial intelligence and robotics. Mike shared breaking news about NVIDIA's Earth simulator, which can test robotic algorithms in a virtual world, accelerating the development of humanoid robots. This technology is advancing much faster than previously thought, and it could have profound implications for the job market and society in general. They also discussed the darker side of these advancements, including the potential use of robot soldiers for genocidal purposes. It's a sobering reminder of the dual nature of technology, both a tool for progress and a weapon for destruction. Next, they touched on the topic of depopulation, a concept that has gained traction in recent years. Michael shared an intriguing anecdote about genetically modified red mosquitoes in Argentina, which are being used for population control. This ties into broader discussions about pestilence, famine, and war, all of which are interconnected in both historical and contemporary contexts. The interview also covered the potential impact of comet impacts, drawing parallels between biblical texts and historical events like the Tunguska event in 1908. This massive airburst event, which flattened 500,000 acres of trees, is a stark reminder of the powerful forces at play in the universe. Finally, they discussed the current geopolitical landscape, including the ongoing conflict in the Middle East and the declining influence of the U.S. empire. Michael emphasized the unpredictable nature of war, noting that once a conflict begins, it often takes on a life of its own and can spiral out of control. In wrapping up, they touched on the role of government agencies like the EPA and FBI, which have strayed from their original missions. Mike shared stories of government-mandated destruction, such as paying farmers to destroy their tractors, and the FBI's involvement in creating and exposing terrorist plots. Throughout the conversation, both Mike and Michael emphasized the importance of being informed and prepared for the changes ahead, whether it's the rise of AI, the potential for economic shifts, or the unpredictable nature of global conflicts. They encourage listeners to stay curious, think critically, and remain resilient. So what do you think? Do you see the parallels between historical events and current trends? Are you as fascinated by the potential and risks of AI and cryptocurrencies as I am? Let's continue the conversation in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay bright. Until next time, take care.
This has been a BrightLearn.ai summary of an interview between Michael Yon and Mike Adams on December 3, 2024. The full interview is available at brighteon.com, where you can also find podcasts and special reports by Mike Adams and other creators. Visit naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage of this interview and breaking news on critical stories that will keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.